Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo choo to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. I'm pretty sure I'm probably not going to be able to do the thing because I'm I'm just doing this. I was just trying to do this so that I could get to the speedrun achievement because I looked up how to do it, but I'm pretty sure this time counts. So I'm probably not going to be able to do it just because I'm going to have to do whatever they want me to do. Does anybody truly really know? Well, time is a conception created by human beings, and it isn't a conception created by human beings. It's our way of comprehending that the environmental changes, but it's one of those forces we still don't fully understand as a result of things that we've made observations on, where it's like, oh, you got two twins, and they were both born at effectively the same time. Let's say one is a little older than the other, and the younger twin becomes an astronaut and does rotations around the Earth. You know, wait, now let's go with the older twin becomes the astronaut, and and then does some rotations around the Earth and stuff. But because their momentum and gravity and sciencey stuff that I'm not going to go into now, just look it up. It's a thing. The twin paradox, time, blah 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 blah. When they come back, they actually have technically become the younger twin, and that's the same thing. If, like, the closer to the speed of light you go, the slower time affects you. But there's other things that can also affect time, and this is there's time dilation and shit like that. The same thing could be like you travel, like two things are going at the same rate, but then one goes faster, is passing the other because it's going at the speed of light, or as close at the speed of light, or as close to the speed of light as possible, and nearly the speed of light or whatever. And yeah, it's like they would see the time as different times, and time would be passing differently, and blah 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 blah. So does anyone truly, really, truly know? No, because I mean, basically we set our time. It's a fabrication, and it's just a representation of the concept of the changes in environment. We have a 24-hour light day cycle because that seems to be pretty accurate. Where if you add that to the science we know about rotations of the Earth and how long it takes for our planet to take at this moment, one full rotation around our star, soul, or the sun, or whatever, what do you want to call it, uh, you know, it's pretty accurate to be like 365, 24, 7, 52, like all those things. Every 4 years you got to worry about that extra day, but it's not a bad system. But does that apply to other things? No. If you live somewhere else, suddenly time has a different flow. That's all there is to it. Ours it's a localized thing, and so you would think if there's species on other planets, which I'm confident that there are, they would have their own time, so that the real problem would be coming up with the standard galactic time. But time itself, I think, could be measured to a degree where you could just be like, it doesn't really matter about your planet or how close or far or away or how many days or blah 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 blah. This is time. Like, this is how it's measured. We just don't have the science for it. A galactic society, would need a galactic, standard. And, I think they, what was it, like Men in Black? They were like, it's they're 14-hour days or 27-hour days or something like that. You get used to it. It's like, okay. Like, how's that work? It's like, just trust me, you'll get used to it. It's like that's why this place is always filled with light. It's like, so that it's always filled with light, so it fucks with your circadian rhythm, and you can kind of set your own. And so we don't mess with anybody. It's like a creepy airport. You're like, wow, this is okay, Jesus. Yeah, but does anyone truly really know what time is? Yes, someone. Yes. I just don't think we've gotten there yet. Are you happy now? I've taken so much time just to answer that. Nobody knows anything. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. For I am, and wouldn't. I would say I do know any. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I'm not anybody. I'm, as I am. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, bingo. That's a bingo. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Yes. Yes, we are. And I would prefer if I didn't know you as well as I do. Or if you knew me as well as you do. Because what I do know is I don't particularly fancy you much. I'm not a big fan. I've talked multiple times about beating you with a pail. And a statuette. I better not be getting sick. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? Are you calling me a slut, sir? Also, is that... I'm not even sure how to take that at this point. I think, like, you're trying to offend me, and I don't want to give you what you want. You certainly don't give me what I want, so... You were the one that told me to do the thing. You're holding me hostage. God, you're such a gaslighter. And who hasn't is literally anyone who isn't you. It's just what I do. Like a day job. I would say don't quit it, but please do. Please do. Please quit your day job. Other people would be better suited. Oh, good. Good. Uh-huh. And then just like a machine comes out of the wall, shoots me in the face, like, throws me away like it's Portal or some shit. I don't think that actually happened in Portal, but... No, and you never will. Because, does anybody ever really know anyone? Also, you're not a real thing. You're a fictional character that's probably deliberately left to be undeveloped. There is no... It's like, more so than even most fictional characters. I didn't say I did. I've only said I've agreed. Why are... Motherfucker! I know what time it is. It's 1:08 a.m. I didn't know what time it was earlier. I thought it was I don't always know what time or day it is, but right now I do. You want to take this outside, sir? Because I would love to take it outside and just... I'll bring my friend Pale and one or two of the, little statues I got. And yeah, no, you're like God here because you're the narrator, so you could just do whatever, but I'm willing to do it anyway, even if I know I'm going to fail or lose. It doesn't matter. It'd just be fun to try. I didn't think it did, but I figured it was just part of the thing. Really? You're a lot. No, don't play with me, man. Don't you threaten me with a good time of you not being here. I mean, no. Some, yeah, but that hasn't been true for like the vast majority of gaming, as far as the timeline goes. You go back far enough. I don't remember what the actual first video game was. Pretty sure it was one player. But they quickly said we should make other people be able to play with other people. And it was more of a matter of technological limitations. I think games are made to be played with each other, but you can not be a part of the game and just sit next to them on the couch or watch them do a let's play or a playthrough, and it's still being played in some way with someone else because it's a shared experience, whether that person is aware of it or not. Um, but and you get pass the controller back and forth. There's all sorts of ways. Like it's like fuck you, Pong, and then like MMORPGs. There's things that don't ever fucking end. There's things I've heard about MMORPGs where I'm like, y'all be wilding out here, like some really sweet and wholesome things, like one that has to do with space, where it's like, yeah, there's a clan of people who play this game that isn't even, I don't even know if it's that popular anymore or if it's still running, but basically the game was realistic enough that you could just run out of fuel in space, and they were sort of like a towing service. Like they would just kind of show up, they wouldn't charge you much, they would, or maybe it was free, and they would just save people who were out, get fucking their ass stranded, and they'd just be like, yep, nope, okay, well, let's get you somewhere, and they would tow you there and maybe charge you something, but no one told them to do that. It wasn't a function of the game. It was real people just who did that. And then there's been like things like with like, I can't remember what it was, maybe it was Final Fantasy whatever it is, the MMORPG one, where they had a whole bunch of people that like weren't happy with some change or something, and they found some way to like effectively block a place by just being in the way. And it was like a bunch of cat people were like just dancing or something in the way, and that prevented some sort of glitch in the game from being, I don't remember what it was. They're on top 10 list somewhere. The one that I thought was really cool is that they have like traveling troops. I think it's in that same game, where it's like no. There's actually like okay. So there's that one where there's actually like you can actually learn how to be like a bard and like a musician, and people actually do that, and they have like a relatively like large group of people who actually meet up and throw like concerts and shit, and they like do that, and I think that's awesome. And then they have one that's based off of what I think it was called Station 11. I don't know. I think it was on, I don't remember what, maybe Hulu. I don't know. But it was actually a really interesting series where they had this traveling troupe of performers, and they basically did that in, I think it was Fallout 76, and it almost made me want to try playing Fallout 76. Enough just to get to the point where I could see that, just because I think that's really cool. All done by real people. And I'm just like, fucking, just when I think humanity is totally unredeemable, you somehow go out, find a way to do something like that, and totally redeem yourself. Not really, but at least a small bit, and give me a little faith in humanity. Not really, but I'm used to it. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. Like is a hard word. Is it better to be alone than be with, like, to not enjoy your time when you're with others? Like, which would you prefer? It's like, I'd rather enjoy my time with others. But you have to find others that you enjoy your time with, and that can be hard. This world doesn't really like get people, like people are like trying to like use people and stuff. They're like, oh, how can I benefit from you? It's like the best type of friendship and love is the sort that you're not trying to benefit from each other, but mutual beneficial actions happen on each part, simply because the other, each party, however many parties there are, want to benefit others. They want to benefit this person. They think it's valuable time. It's time well spent to invest into another person, even if they don't get to, keep them forever or whatever. It's not being manipulated into it. It's wanting to help others and enjoying the experience. But do I like being alone? Nah, it's one of those things like, what's the other alternative? You can be alone in a fucking crowd full of people, Maybe that's maybe the only information I really learned about you. See, I feel like you're trying to hurt me, and you're doing a very poor job of it. What you should have really learned from this is just my ability to... Why did it do that? I didn't even touch anything. Why did my controller make it do that? What you really should have learned is just... Apparently I'm something of a bit of a glutton for a punishment, or just really stubborn, or really bored, because this month didn't offer any games that I actually wanted to play. I actually considered getting Alpha Protocol, even though I know, because they didn't tell us what games they're gonna get, you know, and they're like, you're not gonna find out until the November 1st, and I'm like, and then you still have to wait till the next Tuesday. It's gonna be like a whole last week, and it's like, okay, that's one of the only reasons I even got this one, is just because I felt like I always wanted to try it, and I want my money back, but that's not gonna happen. And I paid a reduced amount of money for it, but yeah, whatever. You didn't. So you haven't been paying attention. Please do. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, even though you don't exist. Okay, let's just keep going. Of course. And you'll just come back, I'm sure. Oh, no. You don't go above and beyond your job description for my benefit, unless it gives me something like an achievement or trophy or something. Don't. If I never have to... I don't think that these titles, these words are the same as the narrator, but I automatically just assume they are, and as a result I have a negative connotation too. If I can find you. If you are the narrator and I can find you and I can hit you with a bucket, just the Taken monologue. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If it's money, you've already taken more than you deserve, you fucking asshole, and you were on discount. If it's time, you keep asking about it. You've already taken too much of that too. Fuck, I haven't even started the game again. I was just trying to do the speedrun thing, and here I am just talking to this scrolling text and shit. Not even scrolling text, it's just... If I find you, it's like... You better hope I don't. You better hope I don't find you. See, you're like, okay, you'll never see me again. Talk soon! TTYL! Ha Why do I do this? This isn't even good content. Alright, I don't know if it's gonna let me do the thing, but it's not supposed to be done in the first run through anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I looked it up and I'm supposed to, like, just go and do the thing and then do the thing again, and then that makes it faster. And that's really the only way to do it. And by the thing, I mean get him to open the secret door.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is a story about a man named Al. He lived in a sewer with his hamster about, but the sanitation workers really didn't improve, so he grabbed his accordion and had to move to a city in Ohio where he lived in a tree, and he worked at a nasal decongestant factory, and he played on the company bowling team, and every single night he had the same recurring dream where he was wearing the hose and standing in a vat of sour cream, but that's really not part of the story.
And in what order.
Alright, that's all I got.
This is what employee 427 did
there was actually
every day.
Yeah. The intro to the Weird Al show is 100% better than this. Well, let's just
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
probably
go to the meeting
annoyed
room.
them away.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That would be my guess. If they all started hearing you and your voice narrating stuff and then slowly driving them to insanity, they probably jumped into this white space and then that was that. There will not be a reward, nor can you, I doubt, can you get them all. I haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty confident it's not an option.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I'm doing
office.
it. I'm already on the way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
What was it?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Damn it. 2,
Shocked, unraveled,
8,
Stanley wondered in disbelief
4,
who
5.
orchestrated this. Stanley was
Oh,
in
I got it
to
right!
get through the story as
Holy
quickly
crap,
as
I actually
possible.
did it right
He
the first
didn't
time. I
even have a
remembered
single
a
minute
number.
to just let the narrator talk.
I remember. No,
That kind
dude,
of
let me
anxiety
let me have
essentially.
this.
So he
I
relaxed
barely
for a few
remember my
moments
phone
with some
number.
calming new
I
age
have to
music.
think to do any numbers, okay? Mrs. Robinson, are you
Feeling
trying to
soothed
seduce me?
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the
Okay,
opened
well, it's super
passageway.
dark, but... let's just do the thing. I don't really care. So what I'm supposed to do is just ride this wave down, then go and then restart the game again. And then just begin again. This game, man. I don't remember if I got to an ending and they actually did any
Descending
actual
deeper into the
proper
building,
fucking credits.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest,
Oh, was
as
it?
though he felt more free to think for himself. To
Nah, I'm pretty
question
sure
the
that's
nature
not
of
an
his
option.
job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Not
This
once.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Pretty sure I just go over here and then... okay, I'm pretty sure I'm good, and now I can just begin the game again. And that's what I'm supposed to do. And that makes him open the door faster the next time. Or it means it's already opened, but he doesn't open it very quickly. And then the next time it's like already automatically open, and that's the only way I can do this.
All of his co-workers
So I just
were
try to
gone. What could it
go
mean?
as quick as possible.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't need the bucket.
When
Just
Stanley came to a
quick as
set
I
of
can.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should have given him a name. I probably did, and I probably just didn't remember it because it wasn't very useful.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is it gonna be open?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad.
Yeah, there we
Stanley
go.
pushes some
He
buttons.
takes a
oh,
second.
hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Yay! What the fuck did you just say? Quelle surprise? Sounds like a dish that involves quiche, but with different eggs, like maybe quail eggs, and some sort of secret ingredient that it's like there's multiple versions of it and you don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just saying things now. That's how frustrated this game has made me. Alright, I'm gonna end this and then restart once more. Yeah, again.